Hello to all my dear students. I welcome you again to the online video class of computers. I'm Meenakshi Kotiyal, your computer teacher. In this module, we are going to start with the assignment number 28, and in this video, I'll be going to solve the exercises, questions, only the objective parts for you all. Okay, that is a kind of a revision type. I will solve the fill in the blanks or whatever objective questions are given in your book. Okay, so take out your books and let's get started. So children, here are the exercises questions given on page number 133. The first question is fill in the blanks. First point, stepwise instructions written in simple English language are called dash. So write down algorithm here. ALGORITHM, algorithm. Point number 2, the dash are used to connect two boxes in a flow chart. Write down flow lines. Flow lines are kind of these arrows kind of, okay, they connect two boxes and they tell us the flow of the logic of a flow chart. Point number 3, dash is a pictorial representation of given instructions. Write down flow chart. Okay, flow chart is a pictorial representation. Pictorial means it uses different symbols of different shapes, okay, in which instructions are written, and algorithm is the stepwise instruction which does not include any symbols and it is written in simple English language. Okay, so there is a difference between algorithm and a flow chart. Come fourth point, the dash box is rectangular in shape in a flow chart. Write down process. Okay, the process box is rectangular in shape in which processing is done like adding, addition, multiplication, subtraction and etc. Fifth point, the start-stop box is also known as dash box. Write down terminal box. Terminals means two ends. Okay, the first end and second end. The first end is the start end and the last end is the stop end. Okay, so start and stop box, they are in oval shape and also known as terminal box. Come to sixth point. The result of given instructions is represented by dash box in a flow chart. So if we want to take any input or we want to display any result, then we use input output box. So write down input output box. Okay children. Now come to the next question. Question number 2. Rewrite the following algorithm in correct sequence. So what is the task? To pack your school bag and get ready for the school. So here some instructions are written which are not in proper order. We have to read the instructions and we have to write them in proper sequence. Okay, so the first sequence would be start. Okay, so first what you have to write down here? Start. Okay, then what should be the next step? Next step should be wear your school uniform. This F point is the second step. You have to write this point over here. Okay children. Now third step is take out your class timetable. So you have to write down G point over here. Okay, this point. This is the third point. Then arrange your books and notebooks as per your timetable. This should be the fourth point. Okay, you have to write down this C point over here in this line. Okay, now after this, what should be the next point? This should be the next point. Take your tiffin. This should be the fifth point. Okay, and after this, next step should be wait for the school bus. Okay, so this should be your sixth step. And at last, what we write? Yes, we write stop. It means that the program execution has stopped here. So this is how you have to write down these points in the space given below. Now come to page number 134. Part 2. The next task is to convert paise into rupees. How we convert them? 1 rupee equals to how many paisa? 100 paisa. And if you want to convert the rupees to paisa, we have to multiply it by 100. If we want to convert paisa into rupees, then we have to divide the amount by 100. Okay children, this is the logic behind this program. So what should be the first point? Start. First point should be start. Okay, then next point, what should be the next point? You have to take the amount, obviously. So second point is this, you have to take the amount in paise. And after that, what you have to do? Yes, if you want to convert paise into rupees, we have to divide it by 100. Then the third step should be this, divide the amount by 100. Got it children? Next, after dividing the amount by 100, we get the result. Then we have to print it. So the fourth point is print the result. This one should be the fourth point. Done. We are done with the execution of this program. At the last step should be stop. So this is the fifth point. This is how you have to write down here. First you will write down start here. Then you will write down this take the amount in paise. Then the third step is divide the amount by 100. Then fourth step is print the result. And the fifth step is stop. Okay. I have put the numbers over here. So according to these numbers, you have to write down the steps over here in the space given below. Okay, children. Now here comes the most important question. Many of the students have got confused. They do not know how to draw the symbols and how to use different symbols. Children, so I'm telling you again and again that you have to watch the video very carefully. You have sent wrong answers through mails. Okay. Now let me read out the instructions for you. Third point. Correct and redraw the given flowcharts by using appropriate symbols. So here the first point is written stop. It is wrong. We have to write down. We have to start our execution with which word? Yes, start. So draw an oval shape over here and write down start. Okay, this should be the first step. Now draw the flow line. These arrows are the flow lines. Okay. Next step should be take two numbers. Okay, children. Now we are taking two numbers. Means input is coming to the computer. So we have to take the input or to display the result, we always use which box? Yes, children. Input, output, box. Which box? Input, output, box. Okay. So here, to take two numbers. First, this whole flowchart display us the addition of two numbers. Okay. So for this, first what we have to do, we have to take the two numbers, then we have to add them, and then we have to display. But the instructions are not written in the proper boxes. Okay, in the proper symbol. So we have to correct it. So we are taking two numbers here. So we have to draw the input output box. Means we have to draw the parallelogram over here. Okay, here this rectangular box is shown. It is wrong. Okay, we are taking the input. Then we have to draw it inside the input output box. Okay, now come. Again, draw the flow line. Okay, next, add two numbers. Excuse me. Here, processing is done. Okay, so we have to use which box? Process box. Process box is rectangular in shape. Okay, children, process box is rectangular in shape. So, we have to draw rectangle box over here. And then we have to write down instruction like this. Add two numbers. Done, children? Again, draw the flow line. Okay, next. Display the result. Now here we are showing the result. We are telling you the result. Then the result should be the instruction which shows the result that should be written inside the input output box. And input output box is like this in parallelogram shape. Okay, children. Now write down the instruction. Display the result. It is very confusing, but you have to keep in mind. Okay, this parallelogram shape box we use for input and output, and this rectangle box we use for processing. Okay, at the last we have to stop our execution, then draw an oval shape and write down stop here. Okay, children, now you know how we can correct it. Okay, so now children, come to the next page, page number 135. Again, this flow chart is given. We have to read out the instructions and we have to make sure that the instructions are written in their proper boxes. So let us first read out the instruction what this flow chart is all about. First step is start. Yes, it is correct. Good. Now second step is take your cricket bat and ball. Taking means we are taking the, so it is the input. Okay, so this input should be written inside the input output box. Yes, so this parallelogram shape is the input output box, so this instruction is written in proper box. Yes, it is also correct. Now flow lines, then the next step is go to the playground. Now children, here processing is done. We are going. Okay, we are going to the playground. So going to the playground, make two teams, play a cricket match of 20 overs. These three steps comes under processing box. Why? Because we are going to the playground, then we have to make 2 teams, and then after that we have to play the match of 20 overs. Okay, so these all 3 steps should be written inside the processing box. At the last, declare the result. We are showing the result. Okay, output is shown over here, so we have to write down the output in input output box, but it is written inside the process box, so it is also wrong. This is also wrong, this is also, and this at last, this is right. So now we are redrawing the flowchart. First step is start, then flow line. Now this step is also correct. Take your cricket, bat and ball. This step is correct. Okay, now next go to the playground. That should be written in the rectangular box. This is okay. Again draw the flowchart. Again draw a rectangle box. Okay, make 2 teams. Here processing is done. We are working on it, that how the match should be played. Okay, so these all steps should be written inside the processing box, rectangular box. Okay, play a cricket match of 20 overs. Okay, then again draw this. Now we are declaring result over here. It is written inside the wrong box. Then draw this is parallelogram box. Okay, and these are the rectangular boxes. These are the rectangular boxes. Don't get confused between the rectangular box and the parallelogram box. Okay. Declare the result of the match. Then stop. Okay, children, this is how you have to do the correction in your book. Okay. Now this question number 4. This question number 4, write an algorithm to make fresh fruit salad that is illustrated through following pictures. Here pictures are shown. According to these steps, you have to write down the steps. This work I am giving to you, you have to write down the algorithm of your own. You can use your own words. So now children, turn on to page number 136. Subjective questions are here. Question number 1, explain the function of the following symbols used in flowcharts. So this is the input output box. What is this? Input output box. Write down the name of the boxes like this. Okay, and then write down this statement. This is used to take input and display output of a program. Okay, now second, this is terminal box. Okay, terminal box means start stop box. We can call it start stop box also. Okay, terminal box or start stop box. Okay, children. Now write down this statement. This is used to indicate the beginning and end of the flow chart. Now come to the next, third one. This is the process box. Okay. Now this is used for processing. Next, these arrows are the flow lines. Okay. Now write down. These lines are used to show the flow of logic in a flow chart. Now come on to page number 137. Question number 2. Write short notes on. First is algorithm. Now children, you can write down the answer from here also. On page number 132, chapter at a glance, few points are given over here. So point number 2, an algorithm is defined as the sequence of instructions required to get the desired result. These instructions are written in simple English language. Okay. This answer you can write. Okay. Now the next is given, what is flowchart. Next short note you have to write on flowchart. Again, this 5th point is written over here. You can note down the answer from here as well. A flowchart is a pictorial representation of an algorithm. Also add this 6th point on it. It uses boxes of different shapes to represent different types of instructions. Okay, children, so this is how you have to write down the answers. Now here comes question number 3. It is a very important question, children. Give one difference and one similarity between an algorithm and a flowchart. Now children, algorithm and flowchart, they both are same in one manner. How? They both uses instructions in proper manner, in proper order. We have to write down the instructions in proper order according to which the task should be done or implemented. Got it? But there is a difference between both of them. Algorithms are written in proper simple English language and it does not use any symbol. But a flowchart is but a flowchart uses different shapes, different symbols to write down the instructions. Okay, children. So the similarity is that they both uses instructions. Okay, we write down instructions in simple English language. Okay, but difference is that algorithm does not use any symbol, and flowchart uses different shapes or symbols to in which instructions are written. Okay, children. So you have to write down the answer like this. Now here comes the next question. Question number 4. Write algorithms for the following. First point is to go for a class picnic. Now children, you use your own words. In simple English language, you have to write down the steps. Okay. What should be the first step? What should be the next step? After that, what you have to do. So you can you just think over it and write down the proper steps to go for a class picnic. Okay, I'm not writing here because it doesn't mean I'll write down the steps over here and you will note it down. Just do practice of writing of your own and write an algorithm to go for a class picnic. Next, point number 2, to make tea or coffee. Obviously, again, this question is given in your book as well. You can take help from the chapter and you have to write down the instructions over here. Now, turn on to page number 138. Fifth, draw the flowchart for the following. To attend birthday party of your friend and to drop a letter in the letter box. Children, this first and third question you have to do of your own. Here, I'll tell you question number 2 and question number 4. These are the mathematical questions. Okay. In first and third question, you have to use your logic. You have to use your own words to write down the steps. Because the steps, the instructions should maybe differ for different people. Okay. You can write down different words. But for this mathematical flowchart, only one instruction should be there. Okay, this means you have to write down proper steps to get the correct result. So here I'm writing down I'm drawing the flowchart for this question number 2 and question number 4 over here. But question number 1 and question number 3 you have to do of your own. Use your own words. You are free to use, but use the proper logic behind it. Okay. Now, second one. To display the average of 3 numbers. Children, what is the average? First, you have to take the 3 numbers. Suppose A, B, C are the 3 numbers. Then what you have to do, you have to add them. Add A plus B plus C. Okay. Then what you have to do, after adding this, you will get the sum. Now, if you want to take the average of 3 numbers, you have to divide their sum by 3. If we are taking the average of 3 numbers, then we have to divide the sum by 3. If we are taking average of 2 numbers, then we have to divide the sum by 2. The first step is start. Draw an oval shape over here. The first step is start. To display the average of 3 numbers. Then draw the flow line. Then you have to display the average of 3 numbers. So for this first step, you have to take the 3 numbers. So draw. You are taking input, no. Then you have to draw input output box. And that box is parallelogram in shape. So draw the box like this. And here write down, take the 3 numbers. Okay. Then draw the flow line. Now you have taken the 3 numbers. Now next step, what you have to do? You have to add them. So here processing is done. So you have to draw the rectangle box. Means the process box. Okay, like this. Now write down. Add the 3 numbers. Okay. Again draw the flow line. Okay. Now we have added the numbers. Now what you have to do? The 3 numbers. Again, when we have adding them, now we have got the sum. We have got the total. Now what you have to do? You have to divide the total by 3 because we are taking 3 numbers over here. So again, draw the process box over here. Okay, and write down. Divide the sum of 3 numbers by 3. Okay. Again processing is done. So we have to write this instruction inside the rectangle box, means the process box. Next, draw the flow line. Then after adding this, when we have divided the sum of 3 numbers by 3, we got the average. Now we have to display the average. Then again we are showing the result. Then draw the input output box like this, parallelogram shape. Okay. Now write down. display the average of 3 numbers. Okay, now we are done with the processing. Now again draw the flow chart, and we have to end our execution, then write down stop over here in the oval box. Okay children, so this is how you have to write down the instructions using different symbols. Now fourth question, to display the product of 3 numbers. This is the easy question. Again draw the start box, flow line. We have to display the product. Product means multiplication. Then we have to take the 3 numbers first. So draw input output box. Now write down take the 3 numbers. Okay, then flow line. Now what we have to do, we have taken the 3 numbers. Now what we have to do, now multiply them. Okay, so processing is done. Draw the rectangle box. Now write down multiply the 3 numbers. Okay, processing is done. We have multiplied the 3 numbers. Now the result has come. Now after this, what? Draw the input output box. Write down display the product of 3 numbers, or you can write down display the result. Okay, if you don't want to write down this whole statement, then you can write down simply display the result. Okay, draw the flow line, and execution is done. Again use this stop box. So now children, I have checked many books and notebooks through mail. Students have not written the proper answers, not written the proper steps, and also have not drawn the proper symbols. Okay, so now take the help from this video. I have written all the answers in the book. Now note them down carefully in your notebook and spell the words correctly. Okay, children? Children, I just hope that you all have understood the question answers. Now, those who have done the question answers, and if you have done something wrong, then you can correct it from here. Also, you have to correct them in your computer notebook as well, if the questions are given in your notebook. Okay, so now children, this is enough for today. We'll be meeting soon in the next video. Till then, stay safe and stay home.